Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Abel from Revamp Fit, and today we have a great video. So this is going to be a follow along movement class. Alright, so we usually do exercises. Today is about movement and really opening up your body and really moving like a human, which is why the title is Moving Like a Human. Okay, so we're going to be doing a series of exercises for mobility, for balance, for flexibility, core stability, you name it. All right, so on the things that you're capable of doing or you're comfortable doing, maximize on it. Try to go as hard as you can. On the things that feel uncomfortable to you or bring pain to you, definitely take your time, pace yourself, and take it as a challenge so the next time you can do those same movements. All right, so I hope you really enjoy this video, and let's get to it. All right, guys, here we go. Everybody is on the way. Let's get it. Go ahead and bring it over here. All right, everybody, welcome all to our Revamp Fit Better from Home. We're going to be doing our mobility, balance. Again, go at your pace. Let's start off by a quick warm-up, okay? First thing that we're going to practice doing, we're going to have both feet together. We're going to reach down, come up, open our arms out wide, okay? We're going to just simply reach down, come all the way up, open our arms out. Reach down again, arms out wide. Down, and back up. Alright, good job. Try to go at your pace again. Good. The next thing we'll do will be some twisting. So, arms straight or bent, and we're going to just try to find a nice rhythm. You don't want to do this too fast or too slow. This will be a quick warm-up just to get our body moving and our back moving again. Alright, next up we have some side bending. So we're going to bring one hand up and over, one hand up and over, and we're going to just try to loosen up our body. Good. Now let's get some movement going for our legs. First one is going to be some glute kicks. So we're going to practice just kind of bringing our heels straight back. You can do them quickly. You can walk around the room. You can do the stationary. Totally up to you. Good. Make sure our knees are warmed up. Alright, so same thing again with the knees. Let's warm them up. Let's have both feet together. And what we're going to practice doing is we're going to bring our legs all the way out. Come in and go all the way out again. Just like this, in a big circle. And your goal is just to create the biggest circle you can without lifting your heel up. Alright, so just like this. Good. Let's go the opposite way around. So from here, opposite direction. Very good. Okay, let's warm up our inner thighs and our groin right now, guys. Let's have our legs spread apart, toes out wide, just like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep our chest up, and we're just going to reach down as low as we can without hunching over, right, and bringing our chest down. So slowly come down and back up. All right, so down and back up. Down and back up. Down and back up. We'll do it 2 more times, and then we're going to hold. Down, up, down, up. All right, the next one we're going to do it for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, good job. Alright, let's move our legs again. Now we're gonna open up our hamstrings. We're gonna loosen it up. This is also a great movement for your knees, the back of your knees, just to kind of make sure that you're being flexible that way, okay? So what we're gonna practice is we're gonna practice extending our legs and picking our toes up, and we're gonna practice hinging, pushing our hips back, and then scooping, just like this. Alright? For the sake of just kind of practicing this movement, let's just have this leg here. Chest up, and scoop. Chest up, and scoop. You don't want to bend this knee at any point, right? You want to keep it straight, and all you're doing is scooping. Alright? Good. Chest up, scoop. Chest up, scoop. Chest up. Very good. Alright, shake your legs once again. Now we're going to do the opposite leg. So we're going to pick the right foot up. And scoop. Scoop. Very good. Scoop. Good. And scoop. Very good. Chest up. Alright, okay, let's shake the legs again. Now we're going to practice doing some balance and ankle strengthening exercises. The first one is going to be walking on a very, very thin line, right? On a zip line or imaginary zip line. We're going to go heel over toe, and we're really going to work on that dorsi and plantar flexion. So let's go all the way to the back right here. Work with some space, whatever space that you have. You can take 3 steps forward and back. You know, follow along with how much space you have, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to practice kind of bending down and alternating. Bending down and alternating. And when we're bending down, we want to focus on applying pressure on that ankle. Okay? So again, applying pressure on that ankle. Just like this for at least 2 seconds. All of the pressure right now is on my ankle. I'm keeping my chest up while I'm doing this. Right? Applying pressure. Going forward. Alright? If you want a challenge after you go all the way forward, you can do it backwards again, or you can turn, right? If you want a challenge, you can do the same thing. Just to work on your balance, you can give this a try. Totally up to you. Good. Alright, let's shake the legs out a little bit. Alright, now the next balance movement we're going to do, we're going to walk on our toes back and forth, right? Let's go minute by minute, movement by movement. So we're going to pick our heels up, and we're just going to simply go forward on our toes, work on strengthening those foot and ankle muscles, back and forth. Let's do it twice. Alright, now let's pick our toes up, and now we're going to practice coming in this position, walking on our heels. Right, so this is the dorsiflexion that I mentioned. Try to keep your toes high up the whole time. If you don't want to walk backwards, you can just turn around, practice the same exact thing. Alright, one more time. Alright, let's shake the legs out a little bit. You should have felt the ankles work for that hard. The next movement that we have, we're going to practice hinging again, and we're going to do some single leg balance movements, okay? So, I'm going to start off with the left leg. Beginner level, all you have to do is just slide that other leg back, okay? So what I want you to do is slide the other leg back and reach and come back. So beginner level, this is already a good point to start for balance. If you're not comfortable with the balance, you can always lean against the wall, right? And practice doing the same thing. If you want to try something a little bit more challenging, keep the legs straight, but I want you to bring the leg up and bring your hands back. Okay? So again, here and bring it up. So the higher you bring your leg, the more balance you have to work on. So dig down with your ankles, make sure you're nice and solid with the hamstrings, right? So you're reaching, bringing your arms back, right? Like you're swimming. So let's do that 5 times and we'll hold the last one, okay? So we'll reach, bring it back, all right? Forward, bring it back. Very good. Forward, bring it back. Very good. All right, guys. The next one, hands here. Let's hold it for 10 seconds. All right, let's come back up. Let's shake the legs out a little bit, right? It's a little bit of strengthening exercise, right? So you should feel that pre-stretch and work on that hamstring. So now, the same exact thing with the opposite leg, all right? Again, beginner level, warm up with it. Even advanced, warm up with doing this, right? Just sliding back and forth, getting that hinge going, all right? Advanced, you can start to pick your legs up after that. So let's do that 5 times again. All right, starting now. All right, one more time, 10 seconds, all right? All right, let's shake our legs around. Let's walk back and forth. Let's loosen up a little bit. All right, the next movement is going to be on the floor, okay? So we're going to head on to the floor. We're going to practice just doing some active ranges of motions, and then we can head on to some of the stretches, all right? So the first thing up we have is our thrusts. So we're going to lay down. And the way we're going to do our thrust, you can lay down. And from here, your hands are here, beginner level. All you're doing is just simply bringing your legs up and back down. And that's going to work on your glutes, right? All the way up and back down. All right, advanced. What you can do is once your legs are here, you can practice going one leg and the other. One leg and the other. One leg and the other. Alternating, picking your body up just with one leg at a time. Just like this. Very good. Good. Now what I want you to do is, while both of your feet are together like this, plant them down, and I want you to extend your hips up in the air, push it in the air, right? And we're going to just hold this position for 20 seconds and really engage the glute mid right here, the glutes on the outside. Hold it still. Alright, now let's come back up. Alright, so the next one is called a 90-90 stretch. So we're going to start off by just having one leg in, one leg out. We've done this many, many times. It's very, very important for your overall posture, right? And we want to make sure that we keep working on that. Alright, from this position, we're going to practice coming out just like this and alternating. And every time you do, I want you to pause for a second and kind of lean to that outside leg right here that's externally rotated, right? And then you're going to switch again. So beginner level, you can have your hands here for assistance. Advanced, if you want to challenge, hands here, and you're rotating. Hands here, and you're rotating. I did it a little bit faster just to show you the movement, but you can go at your pace, alright? I'm going to keep my hands here just to keep on with the movement so you can follow me. Good. Very good. Okay. Now let's bring one leg forward, right? So we're going to bring one leg forward just like this, and we're going to bend it. We're going to bend it and bring it forward. And you want to pick that hip up. So my right hip is up. And then from here, I want you to bring your hand up and behind your head. And we're going to rotate this elbow towards that glute, that knee, okay? So we're going to be here, and we're going to just kind of fall down, rotate, get that nice stretch for the back, and then open back out, okay? Let's do that 5 times. Alright, the next one, let's stay down there. So let's go down and stay down there. Alright, let's bring that leg back again. And now we're going to target the opposite leg. Again, the way you set it up, you just kind of sit down to the side. And from here, you're going to lift your hips up. Alright? Right, see how my hips are up? Hands up, bring it back, elbows back, and you're going to rotate, fall down. Okay, so this opens up your spine. You can see that rotation on my shirt. You can see that rotation on my glute. Right, so ease into it. You don't want to twist too far, ease into it. Good, let's fall into the next one and stay here. Alright, okay. So let's get some more rotation and quad stretch going. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to practice bringing our body over, one leg over just like this, right? So your right leg is going over. Try to get it into a nice 90-degree angle if you can. Alright, and what we're going to practice doing is we're going to reach our other hand for the ankle, and we're going to just kind of pull it up, right? And we're just going to get that stretch as much as we can. Just like this. Alright, and we're going to do the same exact thing on the opposite side. One leg over, reach for your opposite ankle like this, and pull it up just to get that hip flexor. something a little similar but a slight difference, just so we can get the lower back involved, okay? So we're gonna do the 90-90 again, right? So 90 degrees here, 90 back here. Let's start with both our hands in the middle. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly rotate as much as we can. And once this is the level that you can rotate to, I want you to kind of just drop down, right, as low as you can. And then pick your hand up, right? So you're getting that whole side stretch, and you're getting your knees, your quads, and it's a nice stretch overall. So here, rotate, hand up. Try your best to focus on deep breathing. Breathe in, breathe out slowly. Good, alright, let's come back up. Now we're going to do the same exact thing on the opposite side. So, we're going to go 90. We're going to go 90-90 again, right? One leg leading, right? And we're going to start off with just both our hands right here. And we're going to practice just reaching over once again. Alright? Alright, once we're in this 90-90, hold it up. Alright, okay, so we've done both sides. Now let's focus on the groin a little bit. Let's get on our knees, separate them a little wide, and let's lay our foot flat, just like this. Alright? As once we've done so, the first thing we'll do will be an active frog stretch. So we're just going to simply rock back and forth, just like this. Alright? Back and forth, slowly. Alright? So chest up, go low. Try to keep your legs wide just so that you can feel the stretch more. Good. Now let's bring our elbows down, and we're going to hold this stretch at the bottom for at least 30 seconds, right? So here, hold it here, and just hang out. And we're going to let gravity do its thing. It's going to pull us down lower. If you want to feel it more, you can push back. If you don't want to feel it as much, you can scoot forward, right? You can always adjust that way. And try to be sure to be on comfortable. I'm on turf right now. Try to be on a mat so your knees don't get hurt. Alright, let's slowly come back up once again. Alright guys, we have one more stretch before we take a quick little break. Okay, so the next one is going to work on our hamstrings. Alright, and I'm going to set a timer. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have the left foot pointing out to the left side just like this. And we're going to reach our left hand down while keeping this as down as much as we can. And we're going to lift our hand up and go across, just like this. Alright, don't force it. Only do the stretches to your range of motion. You should feel a nice stretch on that right here. Good. The same exact thing on the opposite side. last one in the middle, feet together. And we're gonna just kind of hinge, so chest up and just reach down, right? If you want to grab onto your foot, you can. Just as long as you feel the stretch right here, but don't overstrain yourself by pushing too much. Alright guys, great job. So we're going to take a quick break, right? So about 45 seconds or so just to rest, get some water, hydrate, and when we come back we're going to focus on posture, we're going to focus on opening up the chest, the thoracic spine, and just kind of cooling off from that end, alright? So we'll be back just in 45 seconds. Alright, good work guys. You guys have any questions for me, anything like that? You guys good? Seems like y'all are straight, getting some water. Alright guys, look like you guys are ready to go. So we'll get to it. Won't hold you guys up too much. Alright guys, we are back again. Like I said, we're going to work on some posture. There's going to be some movements. It's going to be, it's going to seem like strength training exercises. We're also going to focus on core stability, right? And we're going to really do movements like a human, right? Just a lot of opening up the chest. So let's get started, alright? The first one, we're going to do some planks with some mountain climbers, but we're going to do them slowly and we're going to rotate our knees, okay? So, beginner level, just practice holding the plank for the given time that we have, 30 seconds or so, and just hold on to it, right? Leveled off, and you want to be just right here. And you want to make sure you're not slouching like this or bending your elbow. You want to be upright, core tight, and abs turned on the whole time, alright? If you want to try something a little bit more advanced, what we're going to do is we're going to open our legs a little bit wider, and you're going to come in here, and then you're going to pick your hips up, and then down. Here, hips up, and down. And again, at any point, you can take a break. You can drop your knees and get back to it. You're just focusing on picking up that hip. Nice and slow and controlled, right? Alright, good work. Okay, so let's shake our arms out. Let's rest and relax them. Alright, the next one, again, now we're going to do a reverse plank. So we're going to bring our hands behind us and we're going to throw our hips up. And this is going to work on that chest mobility because we really have to get this back, alright? So beginner level, let's just practice doing that. We're going to have our hands here. Right behind us, I like to have my wrist behind me. Some people like to do it here, right? Totally up to you. And from here, you're going to pick your hips all the way up. Alright, and you want to level your shoulders with your hips as much as you can. So squeeze your glutes and thrust off. Alright, hold it here for beginner level. Hold it here the whole time, alright? And really feel that stretch right here. Advanced, we're going to practice picking one hand and rotating across each time. Okay? So let's get started. Here. Hold it here. I'm going to do the bend. So you're going to rotate. Rotate. And this is going to give your spine a chance to elongate just like this. One side at a time. Alright, good job guys. Shake your arms out. Rest and relax them. The next one is more mid-back thoracic mobility, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to lay up on our side, just like this. And I want you to gather both your knees in. Both your knees in. and we're gonna have both hands right here. Okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna practice going up and around while keeping our knees really tucked in. So up, all the way around. Just like this. Up and all the way around. Alright, do it slowly. If you find a very tight spot or an area where it feels stiff, you can hold it there. If you feel it right here, hold it for a few seconds and then continue. Right? So you're really opening up your back with this. Up and around. Up and all the way around. Good. Good. Now let's target the opposite side, right? And pay attention to what feels more tighter or looser when you do one side versus the other, right? So tuck your knees in again. Bring them up. Hands meet right here. And then you're going to just go up. Bring it all the way around. Right? If you have some neck tightness, back tightness, this one is a really good one for you. Just to practice this will go a long way. Good. All right, guys. Now, the next movement we're going to have is for the rotator cuff. And these are very, very important postural muscles, right? It keeps you from caving in, that hunch back, right? That hunch back is because you have tightness here and weakness here. So if we stretch this and we strengthen this, we can bring our arms back and have that posture that we all want, right? So the first one we're going to do, it's a drill. It's a three-piece, a three-turn drill. So we're going to lay down first on our chest. And what we're going to do is we're going to start off by having both of our hands together just like this, elbows down, right? Hands together on your lower back, elbows down. So this should already feel like a stretch for your shoulders. And from here, I want you to lift the elbows up, then bring the hands out. Pause it when your hands are parallel with your shoulders, right? Press it forward, pause, bring it back, return it back, and reset, okay? Beginner level, how it looks is this. We're gonna come up, and you can just rest your hands on the floor if you don't have that range of motion. And then you can just slide your hands forward, slide your hands back, and rotate them and rest. So those are the two options you can choose depending on your mobility for your shoulders. If there's any pain, ease it down, right? Choose the beginner level and choose only one or two of the movements. Alright, so let's do this for a couple of reps. Alright, so up, hands, press, come back, and we're here. Elbows up. Good. Keep going. Make sure you breathe out every time. Alright, very good. Okay, so like I said, the most important thing right now to do for your flexibility for your chest and your posture is to stretch the pec minor and pec major, your chest muscles. So what we're going to do is we're going to come straight down and we're going to have our hand across right here. And we're going to apply body weight down and we're going to pick our chest upwards. Alright, head and chest up while pressing that side down. Alright, and we're just going to hold that still. So here, and we're going to hold that still. Good. Same thing now with the hands back here. And we're going to kind of push down while going the opposite direction, which is forward. Come back up, shake the arm around. Alright, now, same thing, opposite arm. We started off in the middle, push our body weight down, and then picked our head up. Good, now let's bring that hand straight back, do the same exact thing. Okay, now we're going to do a mid-back stretch, so you can find a wall that you can kind of lean against. Okay, so we're going to do this one standing. Let's shake the legs out a little bit. We've been on our knees for a while, so let's shake the legs out. You can even do some glute kicks. Alright, so from here we're going to stretch our calves and stretch our mid-back all in one, okay? So we're going to have our hands on the wall, bring one leg straight back, and you want to have your heel on the floor, right? And now the mid-back part comes in when you press your head down under your armpits. Alright, so you should feel your calf. I feel my right calf and my mid-back. Good, let's come back up again. Same exact thing. Opposite leg. Make sure your toes are pointing straight. We don't want them to turn out. And from here, same exact thing. Good, let's come back up. Okay, we're going to do another mobility movement for the shoulders. Let's have our hands out to the side, and we're just going to kind of roll our hand in and out right here in a fist position. Just in and out, just like this. Very good. Now hands behind again on our lower back, just the fingertips. And we're going to press elbows forward and open out. Forward and open out. Do it slowly. Just open your shoulders up. Should feel really good. Good. Alright, now the next one is going to target the upper half, so the traps. There's not too many exercises that targets that, but we're going to try to aim after it. What we're going to do is we're going to have our hands extended all the way to the side, left hand to the left side, and then we're going to bring it all the way back, and then we're going to bring it down. Alright, so back and down, right? We're really trying to get this away from our neck, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to bend our head to the opposite direction, so to the right side. If you want to feel it more, you can kind of pull back. And you should get like a stretch on, on your muscles, your nerve. It should feel like something is being relieved in a sense, right? If you want to feel it more, bring it back, bring it down. You kind of have to play around with it to sense it, right? And we're just going to hold that still, just like this. Good. Bring it back. Shake that arm out. Same exact thing on the opposite side. So hand out, extend it as much as you can, right? You want to have straight arms extended. Then you're going to bring it back. You're going to bring it back, and you're going to bring it down. So back and down. Now as soon as you bend your head the opposite way, right, you should immediately feel as if it's opening up more, right? There should be a reaction, right? If you don't feel it, bring your arms back and down more. Now just hold that still. And this is a good way to open up your traps, right? A very tight area. Most people usually have muscle knots over there. This is a good way to open up. Good. Let's shake the arms out once again. All right. I feel pretty loose right now. We're gonna stretch the sides all the way down. Okay. So what we're gonna practice doing is we're gonna have one foot pointing to a direction. So my right foot pointing out to the right direction, and you're gonna keep it straight, but you're gonna kind of bend down and reach for it. And then you're gonna pick the hand up, the opposite hand up. And once you pick the opposite hand up, we're gonna just kind of hang out here. You can keep your head up just so you can feel it. This should feel a lot of pressure being lifted off on the back, the QL specifically. Let's come back up. Same exact thing. Now we have the left foot to the left side. And you're gonna reach down. Make sure you don't roll over, right? You're gonna just reach. Then you're gonna extend your hand up. This is a great stretch overall for the QL. That's the area where most people complain of tightness and pain, right? So make sure you do this whenever you feel that tightness. Good. All right, guys. Now we're gonna do some of the classics. First stretch is gonna be a quad stretch, right? Unless you need the wall for balance, right? Let's train our balance. Let's pick the ankle up and let's train our balance. Just hold it still right here. If you need to hold on to something for your safety though, definitely go for it. If you want to feel your hip flexors more, you can kind of pull back, right? So you can kind of pull back a little bit more just to feel it. And let's just hold it still. Okay, we're gonna go with the opposite leg again. Okay? If you want to grab your ankle, you can. If you want to stretch your foot out and work more on that plantar flexion, you can grab your toes, right? Your foot, your forefoot, just like this, and just hold. You should feel a stretch on your ankle too. Alright, very good, guys. Now we're going to kind of get the hamstrings and all the inner thigh muscles. So what we're going to do is we're going to go one leg over the other just like this. And we're going to hinge, meaning we're going to push our hips straight back. And we're going to just reach down, just like this. Right, so you should feel that bottom leg, the one behind my right leg. I'm feeling my calf, hamstrings. We're just gonna hold. Let's come back up again. Now, we're gonna do the same thing, opposite leg, right? And what I like to do is I like to pretend as if my arms are just asleep and just kind of rotate them around just to relieve even more tension, right? So you're here, and then I kind of just make small circles and open my arms. And let gravity do its thing. Alright, the last stretch we're going to do before we do some meditation and cool off our body, we're going to practice stretching our wrists. So let's get down on our knees just like this. And we're going to have our hands turned in, just like this, in a supinated position. And beginner level, you can start off by having it close to your leg, just like this, right? And then the further you go up, the more you feel that wrist and forearms, right? And this one is really good, especially if you're typing a lot or you're gripping something. If you ever had elbow pain, right? Most likely your forearms are pretty active and they're overly they're working too much, right? So this is a good one to calm it down. So we'll hold it for 20 seconds. Okay, let's shake them out slowly. Now we're gonna go into the pronation, right? So from here, we're gonna have our hands, and we're gonna press our wrist down, just like this. All right. Be careful with this specifically. All right. Okay. Now we're gonna practice focusing on some breathing. Once you've done a lot of static stretches and these type of exercises, you want to finish off by just calming the body down, right? So we're gonna get into the lotus position. If you want to practice doing this seated without leaning on anything, you're just gonna be here and just hanging out, just like this. Okay? If you do want to lean on something, right? For comfort, you can definitely do that. For knee pain, if you feel that, you can kind of scoot forward, right? Otherwise, you can be here. Now let's practice just doing some deep breathing for 1 minute just to calm our body down and just really relax our body, all right? So close your eyes, focus on breathing in 3 seconds, pausing, and then breathing out for 3 seconds. All right, let's do it. Think all positive thoughts, positive reinforcement, affirmations. All right, guys, there you guys have it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and being with us. I'll see you guys for the circuit training tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Great job, everybody. Thank you, guys. What's that, Brian? Oh, yeah, we gonna be on it.